I love you, tender heart. I have something to tell you. Once again, the kitchen is going to get hot. So if your oven is off, turn it on. Yes, I am about to lead you into the frying pan, but this is not financial advice. Please be aware of what you are touching. I demand it of you. Don't put your money into something you have doubts about or don't fully grasp. Why? Because you won't be able to afford to buy the dip when it happens. You should expect a low selling price. What comes next? Your response will be something along the lines of, "Oh no, I didn't know. You won't believe it. That won't fly with me." Leave the kitchen and chill with the index funds if you're not good with these hot equities, my darling. Listen up, YouTube. This is just for fun before we get into the XRP chaos. Here we have instruction. We are not providing financial advice. Conduct independent research. Before you take any action, consult a qualified financial expert in your region. I'm playing that game. It's the lawful one that is authentic. In order to keep these videos going, I felt compelled to say it. See, at the very end of this movie, I'll show you how much more money we made than those so-called experts. I am not making that statement to brag. I'm stating this for you to realize that we were in agreement previously. Currently, we are. You won't believe it. Once again, we may be proven correct about what? Accompany me when I say it. XRP value. Indeed, we predicted XRP's current price of $3.56 back when it was less than $1. Please identify yourself by spamming the comments with XRP if you possess even a single token. The family is here. I know that they declared it dead. They declared it completed. But hey, we're sprinting upward once more. Dear family, what is our next move? We are able to acquire cheap and sell high. That is the objective. Just a heads up, you can include a link in the comment or description area. Robinhood offers a $1 membership with 25 free stocks with a total worth of up to $200 simply for signing up. The deal is $1 down. It only takes that. If you enjoy discovering early hits like XRP, you shouldn't miss the pinned remark that is located below this video. There you will discover the top secret formula for discovering stocks with a 100x return, methods for locating rockets prior to their launch. Countless people have already taken it. Next up, we can dive headfirst into XRP now. At the moment, this rocket is being propelled upwards by two main factors. To begin, BNY Mellon is the latest beneficiary of XRP's new relationship, indeed the nation's oldest bank. Along with that, they are protecting $500 million worth of Ripple stablecoins. That is not an alliance, a power play. This is what they're trying to convey, albeit indirectly. The treasury business is an area that Ripple is expanding into. What does that imply? You know, since some of you are new here, I'll try to explain it in simple terms. Ripple is the entity responsible for managing the XRP ecosystem. The XRP coin enables cheap and instantaneous cross-border payments. In addition, Ripple offers a stable coin. In an effort to secure that, they are currently collaborating with organizations such as BNY Mellon. Now that is revolutionary. The crazy part is right here. Bitwise's chief executive officer, Hunter Horsesley, recently made public comments suggesting that Ripple may soon be classified as a treasury corporation. Is he going too far now? That is the definition of exaggeration, I suppose. Why, though, would he utter such a thing? Investing in assets backed by the US Treasury is considered the safest option globally. Government treasuries are essentially money orders. They guarantee repayment plus interest when you purchase a bond. Except in the event of a US collapse, you will receive payment. In that case, XRP will be the least of our worries since, let's be honest respectfully though, Ripple has been positioned in that lane. No, that is not hype. That is the financial infrastructure at the legacy level. Therefore, let us conclude it. XRP's strategy is maturing. Their goal is not to become the meme coin of the future. They want to be the system that institutional investors use to transfer funds around the world. SWIFT is too sluggish, and cables are too costly. Secure, quick, and inexpensive XRP. What does the market think now? Market capitalization for XRP as a whole is up about 5%, currently valued at approximately $147 billion. That seems like a lot until you consider that Bitcoin is worth $2.2 trillion and Ethereum is already worth over $300 billion. So XRP could compete with Ethereum if it simply doubled in value. Even at a T-fold increase, it would only come close to matching Bitcoin's present market valuation. You have a runway in, your family. Possibility exists there. I don't see a ceiling there. A launch pad it is, but I would prefer that you not become overly excited. Yeah, we're definitely moving. Keep in mind that rational investing does not include feelings. What I mean is, don't go after the green candles. Listen up. I'm telling you to be proactive, strategic, and smart. It's all about that here on this channel. You're aware that I've mentioned XRP previously, from when it was in the low 20s to when it was $2.50. And now that it's at 356 and moving, I've been advising you to scoop it at every price point, no problem. Here you are at the party. Be patient. The early birds enjoyed a free lunch. The huge money in the institutions are still loading slowly at the moment under $3, perhaps in the $280 to $3 range is where they want to get in. Therefore, XRP's price is not likely to skyrocket just yet, but it's their call to turn that switch. Please wait for approval from a couple more regulators. Finally, put that SEC controversy to rest. Then the action begins. Is this where we are at the moment? Personally, I don't have the authority to advise you on any sales, holdings, or purchases. But if you're already in a position, this zone seems like a good place to hold. Please don't feel rushed if you're just now here. However, be aware that the major players have not yet begun purchasing with their full force. Thanks to that, we're ahead of schedule, which is always a plus. So, time is not yet lost. And while we're discussing early, remember not to ignore the document in the comment that has been pinned. How to discover stocks with a 100x return using this secret method. Here is the secret code. Get this if you want to quit trying to ride the wave of hype and really catch fire before it goes off. Using a combination of technical analysis, news catalysts, options flow, and volume movements, I outlined a roadmap for identifying early-stage momentum stocks. People are taking advantage of this mechanism to double their accounts. Make sure you get yours before it's too late. Returning to the charts will help us distinguish between true believers and those just jumping on the bandwagon. The current pivot point is 338. Why? Their purchases are stepping in force, marking the demand zone. We will know XRP is prepared for its next leg up if it can maintain a price over $3.38 for at least a week. Maybe until July 24th or 25th. What follows that? We will examine 390 after testing 370. Soon after, we should be able to take flight if our forward momentum continues. As I've said before, listen to what the charts have to say. Stay out of it. Keep your cool. Make strategic decisions based on what you read. If XRP drops below 338 though, what then? Everyone take note of this. Do not freak out if we fall below 338. Just because of that, the game is far from over. As a result, the institutions are preparing to reload when the initial excitement died down. Here is your window. Scaling in, stacking up, and getting ready for the following wave happens at that point, the same way we did in the low 2s and the 9s. However, if XRP maintains a firm 338 level, we will witness the rocket smash through barrier like paper. What I'm witnessing out here is also getting under my skin. So let's get into that. There will be no pause. Thus, we must immediately resume our efforts here. XRP is making waves and people are talking a lot. I need you to maintain your concentration while everyone else is preoccupied with the buzz. Otherwise, you could fall victim to the crazy rumors that are circulating and fool even the most seasoned investors. News outlets like Morningstar and Globe Newswire have headlines like Ripple's XRP meets AI mining on occasion. Hey everyone, put an end to the cap, cut off the cap. There are some who believe it is possible to mine XRP. Absolutely not. For the sake of everyone getting on the XRP bandwagon at this early stage, allow me to state the obvious. Mine XRP, you will not. For those of you in the rear, allow me to say it with more volume. There was pre-mining of XRP. Initiation saw the creation of 100 billion tokens. I'm done. That's all we have. No proof of effort, proof of stake, or mining is involved. The XRP network uses its own consensus process to function. That is the reason for its efficiency and speed. So be wary of any fraudulent advertisement that claims mine XRP with our AI-powered cloud rig and get daily payouts run. Assuming that gift cards can be mined is the same thing. It is very perplexing. Now, one possible explanation is that someone is constructing mining hardware for other coins while taking XRP as payment, or perhaps even using XRP for internal accounting purposes. The claim that you are actually mining XRP tokens is, however, completely false. Keep your money safe, family. We will not be swayed by digital fairy tales. Building wealth with accuracy and clarity is our mission. Googling anything suspicious sounds like a good idea. Check it out. Ask in the comment area. Have no fear, I am on your side. For what it's worth, I'd want to return to the weighty topic of XRP in order to discuss momentum. The current uniqueness of XRP lies in the fact that it is not merely following hype cycles. This represents the stance of an institution. Let that sink in. Ripple has initiated partnerships with various central banks. They are in constant communication with the Bank of France. By utilizing XRP's infrastructure, they are assisting nations in testing digital currencies. Behaving in that way is not McCoin. That is the finance fundamentals. Now for the exciting part. Many of these gains have not even reached the average investor as yet. The general public's perception of XRP's legal status remains unchanged. They are unaware of the impending tsunami that will ensue when complete transparency is achieved worldwide, and that Ripple has already prevailed in its retail sales case against the SEC. I think the time will come when the SEC completely approves Ripple. And in the meanwhile, the price action at 356 will feel like a preview. We are discussing a digital asset that is prepared to be integrated into infrastructure worth trillions of dollars, worldwide money transfers, banking software, treasury transfers, CBDCs, and everything else imaginable. Then what will we see next? Number of units. You will know the whales are preparing to eat when institutional volume spikes again and the RSI shows bullish divergence. When they chow down, we catch the wave. The volume to market cap ratio is something you should monitor. The action begins when the volume spikes above 10% of the market cap. Serious capital commitment, as opposed to merely retail FOMO, becomes apparent at that stage. Keep in mind that volume alerts are equally as important as price alerts. Nice if you see XRP reach 390. Hold on tight if the volume triples at 390. Also, I'd want to remind you of the dangers. Investing in cryptocurrency is risky. The swing can be as small as a politician's tweet, Powell's speech, or an unforeseen news. Therefore, you should not act like a gambler, but rather a sniper. Preserve the powder. Keep your emotions under check. Our focus is on positioning rather than chasing. Assuming XRP retraces to 310, I will purchase. I will load up if it falls to 280. The consolidation and re-entry zones will be my focus if it reaches 420. The objective remains unchanged regardless. Increase your riches gradually, not suddenly. I realize some of you have already moved on, but before I finish this, I want you to return to the pinned comment and get the secret formula for finding stocks with a 100x return, not only for cryptocurrency. All of your future investments will be based on this. Before there was any buzz, earnings, momentum, options, flow signs, or insider buying. This is the method I use to discover successful stocks. Everything is explained in this handbook. This is the roadmap to take you from guesswork to smart, repeatable trading. Get it before it sells out. Be quick, don't miss the opportunity. You should look for the next XRP type play. Plus, you can use this method to discover it ahead of Wall Street. By the way, Keenan, I was wondering if I might still receive those 25 plus free stocks. Yes, there are links in the comment and description sections. A mystery stock pack worth up to $200 can be yours for as little as $1 when you open a new Robinhood account. As a beginner, you should use that as your starting point for constructing your portfolio. Make sure you seize the opportunity. I am now waiting for your response. Feel free to share your XRP price forecast for the end of 2025 below. I would like to know the family's mental state. In my opinion, XRP's price reaching double digits is just a matter of when, not if, Regulatory factors align favorably. Until we meet again, be authentic, stay informed, continue to rank well, leave pursuing, show up early, pay close attention, stick to a routine. The most critical thing is to get in the masterclass if you haven't already. More people are reserving seats than ever before. This Sunday is the day. If you are unable to attend, they will replay it. However, you must now participate. After this, no more replays will be sold. You won't want to miss the next heat I'm about to unleash. If you want to be the first to know when I release my next smash hit, subscribe, like, and bell toggle. I adore you all. It's our turn to triumph. Come on, let's have some.